Hey everybody, it's the man from Brooklyn. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And my topic today is going to be on war with China and terrorism on our soil. First, let's talk about a little bit about let's go to terrorism on our soil. Here we have a lot of problems with the state of Texas. With people, immigrants coming in our state, and I believe a lot of terrorists coming in our state. We see them driving all over Florida here, Alabama, with all these Texas tags, and we have to do something about it because I strongly believe we're gonna have war or some kind of civil war right here on our soil because it's going to break out eventually, and I believe I won't be here to see it. Um, where civil war will consist of terrorism right here on our soil, and we're not doing nothing about it to control these borders. For instance, the state of Texas, the governor got on and was talking about it, and nobody, nobody sometime paid him no attention. You better pay close attention to the governor of the state of Texas and your local leaders. If they say terrorism is coming across that border, you got terrorists coming across that border. You got people from all over different countries and different backgrounds. We don't know what their backgrounds are, and they coming here in the United States, and a lot of them, their intentions is not good. So when we correction, with this war here on our soil, they're gonna start killing local law enforcement and first responders. My channel mainly made up a little bit of everything compared to post-traumatic stress and anxiety. By all our first responders consist of local military and police law enforcement. This caused a lot of issues too with our anxiety and stuff like that. And it's going to happen eventually. I live here in the state of Alabama myself. I see a lot of Texas tags on that highway called 65 going in and out of this state. Besides bringing legal immigrants in here, if you have terrorism, it's probably bringing people here as bombs just waiting to step out and, blow up. Oh, whatever they decide they're going to blow up here in the United States. And it's going to happen eventually, and it's not much. Excuse me, 1 minute. You can do about it. So people here, running around here, taking life for granted or whatever they may be doing, and they should be building a stockpile of food and other items they still may need, and just hold it for storage and buy a couple more firearms and get some licenses because it's going to happen eventually. They think the coronavirus is over with. Yeah, maybe the numbers may have dropped, but we're gonna have terrorism in other fashions, and that could be one of them. And then the other problem we have here in our world, especially in other regions and countries, is with China and Taiwan. Eventually, I believe China's going to invade Taiwan, and the United States is going to have to stand up and play a role with that. How are we going to handle that? And I believe that's where World War II most likely going to start. If between there and the Middle East, if we don't do something about it. Taiwan is constantly being threatened by China constantly because I got troops coming back telling me stories who was over there. They pulling troops out of different part of the border of Russia. But we got them on ships. I spoke to some of them. We got on ports here. We got troops coming out of Afghanistan and stuff, and say the terrorists are still going on over there. That haven't stopped. And everybody, would love to blow up the United States because, biblical wise, they say great nations will fall. And I believe we're going to have famine and starvation right here on our soil. So prepare yourself. I know people, individuals here in public safety that got bunkers they building in their house for not just them, for their generations to come, their grandchildren. So say if you build a bunker and you don't get to see it, your children have their bunker because I believe they're going to see more than we ever going to see. We don't know how long this world's going to tarry, how long things going to happen, and before it, God take place and take over and come. But He only knows the time. But we need to be prepared. So stop taking things for granted. And I have to go into another room, for instance, especially me speaking as a black person, or quote, as they say, African American. We're not prepared. We going living from paycheck to paycheck. You're not We're not preparing for food. The majority of us, we taking everything for granted. And when this war happened and this starvation going to happen eventually, going to be a lot of people here dying in the United States, all over the world. You know, you go in your stores today, and I look in the Dollar General and stuff. A lot of stuff is wiped out. I've been watching this for the last 60 days, and I see food is, you know, it's not like it is. You better build a stockpile and start saving stuff because you don't know what's going to happen here in the next 6 months to a year. And I believe I'm pretty sure no doubt I'm going to be here to see it. You know, and it can happen within a year. It can happen within 2 years. This invasion of terrorism or this World War III. And if we have World War III, we don't know what city going to be attacked first. You know, Washington, D.C. is on the top of the list, most likely. You know, and then they're going to reactivate a lot of our veterans that just recently retired. And they may, if it gets so bad, they're going to be, you know, just like World War II with Germany and France and England. What all went there? People should start doing their history, take history lessons, and look at them wars and see what happened. Hitler almost took over the world. Don't you think China want to take over the world and the other nations just want us to fall? So this is just an alert I'm putting out. Pay attention. What's going on in the world and your local government? Because back to terrorism on our soil, if it happened here, first thing they're going to knock out the economic industry consists of the water system, and they're going to definitely attack all our law enforcement and first responders. They're going to hit our military installations. We're going to have it happen right here in the United States, and I believe something's going to happen drastically in the next 5 years, or even sooner. Our people as Americans, we take things for granted. That's our biggest problem we have here. We take things for granted. We got more shootings also, jumping the subject a little bit more than ever. Killings going, so that should give you a warning signs. So all of you first responders and non-first responders and anybody else listening to me, take this serious. Look around. See what's going on. This is one of the longest messages I ever left on my Facebook page here, the man from Brooklyn. You know, because take it serious. Most of the people know I'm the deputy commander of the Reserve Corps. I see what's going on, and these soldiers come and tell me back what's going on and all over the world. And pay attention. A lot of things overseas they're not letting out. You can't get out the news. So we got some pictures in some formats come out, and you have to go to the world news channels to see it because they will not show it on regular TV. Sometimes CNN don't show everything. You can't believe everything CNN tell you either. Because when you get down to it and find out the truth, it's not nothing what they say. You know. So pay attention. I will keep you up to date on more of this information I see that going on overseas, along with my other messages I have. Speak to your troops, your first responders. Someone always needs someone to talk to. I know I'll always keep that message. And I will keep paying more attention to anything else that come up that consists of terrorism and war crisis going on. Remember, be prepared. Watch your fellow first responder back. And don't take nothing for granted. This is the man from Brooklyn on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe. On the right-hand side, you'd like to send me an email, you can send it to aclarkbanks@aol.com, or you leave a comment, and I will definitely answer you back. And have a great week.